Discord is running into issues there. I guess because there we go. Now it looks better. So what's up, everybody? 4GQ TV news here with the one and only Flamish below me. He's always smiling, the smiling Belgium sensation across the nation. Go ahead, give him that wink. Give him that magic wink. Flamish. Okay, I thought I lost you there for a second, man. I couldn't hear you. Well, basically, it's gonna be a quick show. There's not a whole bunch of news, just some minor news. So, talk about Miles
No!
Morales. What?
Oh, I don't accept this big news. Go now. Go now. There's a statue for pre-order from Master Chief. $60 if you want it. You have to go now. I'll give you the link, guys. I'll give you the link, guys. I'll give you the link. Go now. Go now. Pre-order. Pre-order.
Flamish is very
Okay.
excited about this statue. He wants you to go pre-order it so you could be like him. And if you guys get the statue, maybe you can get matching tattoos, right, Flamish?
No.
Okay, he
Why
said
would
no.
I get the tattoo of it? No, man. I was like, I got this from Wandering Dutch. Thank you for it, by the way. I pre-ordered immediately, and I was like, hey, it's not that long ago. Maybe people can pre-order it now, right now, from the site. So, yeah, it's in all local retailers. So yeah, check yours if you want it. But yeah,
Hold on, Invader wants to say something.
Welcome to
Invader
the
wants to
Daily
say
Gaming
something.
Bites, where you get a bite of the news with your hosts, Clownz and Flamish.
Oh, I think he just said it. I couldn't hear it, but I hope the chat heard it. Um, so some of the quick topics we're gonna go over is that Miles Morales, apparently you could transfer the PS4 and the PS5 saves transfer, so that's good news for you people that are gonna get it on both systems. There's some bad news with the PS5 pre-orders. Some games leaving and coming to Game Pass. Mafia Definitive Edition has some pretty cool content. Data miners uncover some PS5 features, which was pretty interesting. And the Bloober team announced the price of the medium, which I was very surprised about. It's pretty good. So after Flamish has told you all the excitement about that statue, there's no other news greater than that. That statue, I mean, it's pretty good news, right? The Master Chief statue.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's like
60
Master Chief
bucks.
in his full glory, on the stone, standing there, all masculine and
Okay.
muscular. Muscular?
Uh, I,
What is it?
what Flamish meant to say was cutesy. He's all standing there cutesy.
It's all cutesy and goody. You know that.
I love the language barrier. It's awesome.
A little
It's
Megatron.
it's awesome. You know what? Just for that, we're gonna go in with the amazing Dragon Spice. Hold on.
If you want we're gonna get Dragon Spice again.
Yeah, we're bringing out Dragon Spice.
Everybody loves my Dragon Spice, man. I even have some more lollipops here, I think, or are they gone? Where are my lollipops?
That you don't need
No.
lollipops. No, no. Stay away from the lollipops.
Wow,
Um,
Marianne, thanks for being a supporter on the channel. That's always great to have.
that is
Um,
awesome, man. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that.
yeah, now,
Marion,
now you got the Mayo
what
sign,
I
so
got this is like the heart-shaped love that people do like on TikTok, and I'm giving them a heart-shaped thing. I don't it might not look like a heart, but it's a heart. Thank you, Marion. So I mean, let's get into this.
if you wanna be my lover.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Dragon Slice thing is always good when it comes up. So I mean, I want to get into this Miles Morales thing. It's not super big news, but it's pretty good news, right?
Yeah, there's actually a couple of things. That we didn't have in the show notes, but there's actually more things going on. Like there's actually a new trailer as well too, for Spider-Man Miles Morales, about like a cutscene from the game that's been in the new remaster, and as well some combat stuff. But first we actually want to talk about the saves. So the saves from Miles Morales on the PlayStation 4 will actually work on the PlayStation 5. They don't give any more details. They will just say that closer to launch will give more details. So we don't know a lot. But what I'm basically thinking, maybe it's going the same route as it's going back in the time. Like if you remember Diablo 3 back in the day, you had to actually physically put a USB in the PlayStation 3, put your save on there, and then transferred it over that way to the PlayStation 4. So maybe I'm thinking that way with the PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5. I don't think it's maybe over cloud. Like I'm not sure. We don't have enough details on that, of course, because
It's
they're
def-
gonna bring that to
it,
launch.
I gotta tell you, I can tell you from experience right now, it's definitely gonna be a cloud transfer save, and you know why I say that? Because remember those USB sticks when people transferred the saves?
Hmm.
Were you one of those people that gave yourself magic rings in Diablo that made you invincible?
No, no, I didn't. I don't cheat. Why would
Well,
I?
too many people did, and so I guarantee you it's gonna be a cloud slave, so that way they have a little bit of DRM protection there.
Who cares? It's a single player game.
Yeah, but they care,
Diablo was
Flamish.
multiplayer. Diablo is multiplayer. I do care about that. Yeah, I did not play multiplayer actually in Diablo on PlayStation. So, but I played it everywhere. I played it on the Switch. Still have it. So I played. I'm a huge Diablo fan, as you can hear in my voice. So, but no, we also got some gameplay. Some gameplay for the PlayStation 5 version of Spider-Man 2018 as well. And it looks good. I mean, the ray tracing looks all right in that. And besides that, there's also a new cutscene that they showed off from Spider-Man 2018 as well, where they actually changed the face of Peter Parker himself, which is interesting. I have to say, why did they change it?
Did they want to make him look younger?
Yeah, he's totally younger in that game now. It looks more like the Tom Holland that someone said to me, which is actually true. It looks more like Tom Holland in that thing. We don't have a video of that, of course, because Clownz fell asleep.
Yeah, I did. I fell asleep, but don't sit here and blame me for taking one of my naps because you took a nap yourself and you woke up with a big candy bowl next to you like Santa Claus brought you presents. Show everybody your
Oh, I can
candy.
actually
This
show
is
you.
this
Show
is what
this.
he lives on, people. This candy is what he lives on. Look at this. How does he survive? Look, that's his
Um,
candy dish. Have you seen a
yeah,
candy dish like
that's
that?
that's 2 weeks of candy and that's gone. That's down my stomach.
And you don't even cover it up. Like you just leave it open like that.
Oh, is it still on the camera? Hold on.
He's
There we go.
wiggling. He's wiggling over. So, uh, yeah. I mean, maybe Jay. Maybe they want to remind us that they have the exclusive movie rights. I mean, good point.
It doesn't
Sony's.
look. It doesn't look completely like Tom Holland, but it has some more. Like his face look a little bit younger. He looks more. Yeah, it looks just more like him, but not entirely. It's not this. It's not Tom Holland. But yeah. Um. So it's interesting. I mean that they just changed his face completely, and it looks so detailed. Like some aspects I think are a little bit less, like the clothes still look a little bit plasticky, and not entirely like they should be, but the textures look better overall, except for that part. So
Okay. Well, I want to give a real quick shout out to Graphic God because he's in the chat, and God is one of the coolest dudes in the community. He makes the avatars for everybody. He does a lot of designs for a lot of shows. He helps people out, gives them ideas, and he made this awesome spinning coin for us that I should have put in like a month ago. But now you can see it at the top of the logo. I took out the other coin and I put his official awesome badass coin up there because it looks really cool. So just huge shout out to him and the Retro Renegades crew and all the Gamers United Guild people. You guys are awesome. Keep on rocking. And Flamish, I mean, he did have some audio issues on Retro Renegades, but it's the Flamish experience in Retro Renegades, and can't beat that. So go check out his channel as well. Look up Flamish on YouTube and check out his Retro Renegade show from last night. It was pretty cool. I wanted to give you a shout out there, Flamish, so people can know about it.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm trying to do more on my channel. We're working on stuff. We're like in concept phase at the moment, but we'll trying to do some more stuff together as well on my channel. So we'll get that to you in the future. So, but thanks for that.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
the next topic I was going to talk about was the wow, it just seems like PS5 is not catching a break, huh? Like according to all these rumors out there, and the art Screen Rant's not the only site that talked about this. I think Forbes did, and so did Verge. But apparently in Europe, especially, that there's some issues with the PlayStation 5 pre-orders. People are getting canceled on their PS5 pre-orders because they oversold. Sony never really told the retailers how much stock they had available. They just kept letting them sell them, and now Shop 2 has been sending out emails to people who pre-ordered the PS5, tell them their order has been canceled. It has to do with Sony's allocation. And even in Ireland, it's Europe, but also they mentioned Ireland in the article. So it's kind of worrisome to all the people in America as well, in North America, that pre-ordered the PS5, because if Europe's having this issue now, and Europe is a main dominant market for PlayStation, what does that say about the American retailers? We already seen Amazon cancel on some PS5 pre-orders. I was lucky; I got mine through a Sony invitation, but I mean, this alludes to a lot of journalists saying that the actual orders might not come until 2021 is when they might be filled. So that's very disappointing, because we're going to have the Xbox Series X, which seems to be on par so far. There hasn't been many issues with that except with the All Access. People ordered that and never attached the console to some of those. But I think this is a pretty big deal, because this can hurt PlayStation's image. It's not like Jim Ryan, might care that much, but I think overall this is a big defeat to the fans that stood in lines, that went online and pre-ordered, hit that button ready to click. One thing that it will do for sure is take away from some of the scalpers on eBay that think they're getting their pre-orders, and all of a sudden their pre-orders got canceled. They got to refund all that money that they took from people. Flamish, what is your take on this? I mean, you live in Europe. You live in the Belgium mountains, across the Escalades of the lambs and the goats. But what's your take on this?
Yeah, first of all, it's sad. Like when you pre-order the system, you get to your store or you get online and you make sure you pre-order at the exact time when the pre-orders go live. Or in PlayStation's way, how it happened, like when they end the show, basically an hour after, that you don't get your pre-order afterwards. There's gonna be delayed. It's messy overall. I think it's so bad, but it seems to be only in the UK and Ireland at the moment, not in America. It seems so they're still safe at the moment, as we know of. Also, Europe doesn't seem to have that many issues. I haven't seen any problems with that as well in Europe. But we get the console any later anyway, like Europe and UK. So yeah, but overall, I think it's a sad day for those guys that did pre-order and don't get it on day one anymore because of an oversold pre-order amount, which is sad in its full right, of course. And I think Sony's to blame on this in the first place. I mean, normally when you pre-order a system, they already have the allocation upfront, and in this time, PlayStation didn't know the allocation back yet when they did do the pre-orders. So it's sad.
Yeah. I just hope that everybody that we know that did a pre-order gets their pre-orders. I know that King ordered like 8, so if he doesn't get his, he's not gonna be happy. He's not gonna be a happy camper. Um, yeah, so I mean
Yeah,
that's what. Wow,
it's
Flamish,
sad.
I gotta give you a shout out for what you just did in the articles for us. If you guys knew what Flamish just did behind the scenes, you would be very impressed. This was quick. Flamish, good clap, putting out game clap, because he did a games leave and come into Game Pass thing, and he put it in there super fast for us. So I'm just gonna bring up. I'm gonna bring up. Hold on, I gotta find it. I'm gonna bring up games with gold for later, but we're gonna talk about what's coming, what's going. So
I'll
so
talk. Let me talk about it.
All right, I'll let you talk about it. Why crack open
Yeah.
this? This is not a sponsored thing, but I'm cracking open a Diet Mountain Dew because I'm thirsty. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so first of all, game like the Game Pass stuff that is gonna come to Game Pass, because that's always more exciting. The stuff that comes to Game Pass is Doom Eternal, of course. I mean, they just got ZeniMax and Bethesda and stuff like that. So why not Doom Eternal? They were teasing that for over 2 weeks already, or a week and a half, something like that. The Game Pass on Twitter was actually changing its logo all the time with like getting the Doom signal, the Doom sign in there eventually, so we know what's coming. Drake Hollow, which was a game that was actually on ID at Xbox on the Xbox Showcase event in June or July. And Brutal Legends is one of their awesome franchises, like a standalone game that they got from back in the day with Jack Black. So if you haven't played that one, it's a full recommendation. It goes into some like it goes from one genre to another, I would say, because in the beginning it's more like an hack and slash adventure game, and then changes over to something completely different, like a um something like how do you say it, Clowns? What's the genre I'm looking for? Tactical, maybe,
What were you trying to say?
for Brutal Legends. So it started out as an adventure game in the beginning, like a hack and slash adventure game, and then it goes over into a sort of tactical, over the top game where you can actually fly and stuff. It's weird. It's weird, but such a fun game. The rock music in the game is also really good. We got Forza Motorsport 7 as well. Um, that's also coming to Game Pass. And then we got Ikenfell. And Ikenfell, I looked it up, is actually an interesting indie title, which has a more of 2D graphics, and it's like a turn-based tactical RPG in a where you actually go to School of Magic. So it has something to do with that, and looks interesting. So yeah. So also about the games that are leaving Game Pass. So Felix the Reaper is going away. Metro 2033 Redux is going away. Minute is going away. Saints Row 4 Re-elected is going away, and State of Mind is going away. And all those titles are on PC except the first three that I said. So those 5 titles are going away from Game Pass, PC or Xbox. So
Okay.
and I didn't put I did not have the full time to prepare for the show, so I do not have the games for games with gold in here. Damn it.
That's all right. I have the video playing with Games with Gold if you're watching. Um, so basically, Games with Gold, right? Is here. Let me start the video over so you all can see it. I'll pause it. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh, come on, that's the right one. So let's stop it right there. Oh, go back. Nope. Hold on. They added controls. There we go. Pause didn't work. Okay.
So
Anyway,
Slayway Camp is going to Games with Gold. Made of Gur. We got Sphinx, and the 4th game I just missed. Sorry. Costume Quest. Of course,
I
that
like
game is.
I liked Costume Quest 2 when I played it, so I'm hoping I like the first one.
Is it a sort of a turn-based game, or what is it like?
Yeah, it's
Because
like
I
It's
know,
like a
which is interesting.
ridiculous turn-based game. Like it's very cartoonish and uh yeah, it's put it this way,
Okay.
if you were baby Flamish, you'd be like, cutesy, cutesy game.
Oh, it's a cutesy.
Yeah, that's
Only I
the
can say cutesy in that way, so.
that's Flamish's favorite American word that he made up. Um, yeah, but it's like, it's not it's just a fun little game. It's really quick to play and yeah, I'm excited for it. Spinks, I have no clue. I never played Spinks when it came out. Didn't even know Spinks existed.
I
No.
think it's the side scroller. It's the side scroller where you actually go I think that I could look it up, but yeah, I'm probably gonna talk about it tomorrow then, or when we next stream. Um, so then I will tell you what the game is about. But it looks interesting. Looks like a nice adventure game. So we'll see about that.
Yeah. And the other one, the Maid of Skier or whatever it's called, never I don't even know what that's about. Do you know anything about that?
It's an horror game. That's what I know. I don't like horror games, so no, I don't know what the game is about. But I will not play probably just have it in my library like every time. Like all these titles I don't have, so they're all going to my library for sure. So
I mean, yeah, if they're free, right? Why not take them? It's not like I don't think Games with Gold is going to get any better, guys. I'm sorry to say that. I think that everything that's good is going to end up going in Game Pass. It is what it is at this point, but at least we still get some free games to add to our library. Whether you play them or not is up to you. It's always good to have this collection if you have family or kids over. It's it gives us something else to play that maybe that would never have gotten played. So it's always positive. Marianne Stoa has a question for us in the chat, Flamish. Do you see it?
yeah. I read up a little bit on it. Just checked it again for seeing if I like get my re-election. We'll do it at the end of the show probably. Talk a little bit about that because it is interesting what they do with that. But I mean, overall, it's a very good company to work under. Just Crunch, man. Crunch is everywhere in the gaming industry. So I didn't expect it else with Cyberpunk 2077. But I have more to say on that later. So we'll bring it
Okay.
back on the end of the video of the stream. Sorry, Marion.
Let's see. I know I included the Mafia Definitive Edition.
Yeah, it's here.
Yeah, I thought I included the trailer. Did I? This is
Yeah,
it.
sorry guys. Like I said, Clownz took a longer nap. He didn't wake up in time to prepare the show fully, so could be that it's a little bit more.
Yeah,
Uh,
as we go along live, right? Bloopers as we go live.
this is gonna be in the
Wow.
blooper reel at the end of the year, man.
Yeah, this will be. Squishy says, determined, and I have gotten almost every game since the program launched back on 360. Squishy,
Yeah,
that's good because it's free stuff, and there's nothing wrong with free stuff when they offer it. So, yeah, I agree with you
yeah.
on that.
And for me as well, like I got this Xbox Series X, Xbox One X was the first Xbox I got. I didn't have Xbox before, so every game that came out since I got the Xbox One X like 2 years ago, that's I always hoarded the games. Like every time a game came out, I was so happy because I got something new to play, and I got a library like 100 titles of Xbox live games or something. No, maybe 70 or 80 or something. A little bit less. But yeah, they're all free, so why not, right? I mean, and even the discounts, it's great. It's great value, especially now it's in Game Pass Ultimate as well. So it's great. So
Guys, I gotta tell you this. I'm really excited for Mafia Definitive Edition. You know, these games talk to my heart, and it's because of the way I grew up. Unfortunately, most people would never understand how I grew up, but my dad came from southern Italy at the age of 14 and grew up on the streets of Brooklyn. So most of my childhood was going back to New York City as a kid, and like those neighborhoods I walked around in as a kid, and I met a lot of guys. So I am excited about this game because I think they did a fantastic job bringing it kind of to life and remastering it for this generation. And but it has some exclusive content in there, right? So it's got loyalty packs adding unique outfit and vehicles from each game to the other two, which is pretty cool. It's got Tommy's suit, Vito's leather jacket, Lincoln's army jacket, Vito's sports car, and if you sign up for a 2K account, guess what, guys? You're gonna get even more stuff. Guess what you're gonna get? Guess what you're gonna get? Mafia Definitive Edition and Black Cat's motorcycle. Okay, a Mafia 2 Definitive Edition Made Man pack, which they didn't really specify in the article we read, but that sounds really badass. I'm excited for it. And Mafia 3 Definitive Edition Classic Go 3-piece suit and the IL Duca revolver. I like this game. I love this series, and I do game share with somebody on the PS4 who bought the trilogy, so I can play this game. And I'm excited, Flamish. I'm really excited for this. I'm excited for this more than you're excited for your Halo statue.
Yeah, I think I'm as excited. I think for World of Warcraft Shadowlands is gonna release this month. You know that, right?
No, don't steal the thunder from this game with Shadowlands.
No,
Don't
no,
do
no.
it.
Mafia the definitive edition for 1, 2, and 3. They're amazing. I haven't played them yet. I don't think I'm gonna buy them even till next year because there's so many games coming out this year still. And I'm still stuck in Hades, man. I'm playing more Hades. I love Hades myself. So but yeah, they did such a labored like um love how do you say it? I see the love and care that they put into the definitive edition of Mafia 1, which has the biggest upgrade of them all, of course. And looks so good. So yeah, I guess why you're excited, Clownz.
I
It's
mean,
still
chat, back me up on this, right? Everybody in the chat. Wouldn't you love to see Flamish? Oh, thank you so much, Marion. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I probably said his name wrong. How do I say his name, Flamish?
Marion.
Oh, okay, so I said it right. Flamish should stream the original Mafia 1 and then stream Mafia Definitive Edition right afterwards. We should watch a Flamish stream that.
I don't have the game. I don't. I have the original. I think. Hold on. Let me check it immediately. Yeah.
Hold
Yeah.
on, somebody
No. I
just entered
only
my
got the
house.
second. I got the second one, and I got the definitive edition for free on Steam. So that's interesting. I guess if you got the normal edition on Steam, you get the new one for free. So I probably have to. Yeah. I need to buy it, but I will not basically be able to do it because I bought all the stuff, including a statue.
Marion just did another super chat. He says, "Baby Lemon looking up to our Lemon character, standing in a superhero position."
Wow. Marian, you're gold, man. I really appreciate it a lot. Like everything you give to us, we'll give back to the community in one way or another. So this is great, man. It's just like helping the community out, basically. Everybody helps us out, helps the community out in general. So yeah.
I'm thinking.
Wow.
I think our first giveaway should be Flamish postcards with his signature.
How? What? No.
No,
How?
no. Okay.
With my smile or something like
Maybe Jay can do a postcard of your smile and put like a little flare on it. You can sign it and be like,
oh,
"The
he can
Belgium
put it on
sensation."
his Redbubble site and he can sell it that way.
Squishy Hero's down for one of those.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk to Graphic God about that later. Maybe set something up. We'll get back to that soon, guys. So yeah, in other news, there's data miners have uncovered a few PlayStation 5 features, which
Yeah,
is interesting.
I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. So some of the cool stuff, right, that they've uncovered is number one, they did. It's in the article, but they don't really go into detail on it. So I'm just going to bring it up real quick. They did discover that there's going to be backwards compatibility. However, it doesn't really specify in the data mine how it works, but they believe there's going to end up being upgrades with the OS, like you're going to have to update the firmware for newer backwards compatible games. They just don't know which ones are coming, but more are coming, so that is good news. It's not just going to be the PlayStation Plus collection.
Yeah.
Parties up to 100 people, which is really cool. Game console sharing like the PS4, that's still gonna work. Um, and PS5 boost mode is definitely confirmed. I know we heard journalists talk about it, but the data miner, went in and saw there's actual code there for it. So it's not like some big rumor or something that Sony is talking about. The article alludes to PlayStation 4 games squishy. They didn't really uncover past PlayStation 4. The
No,
party
it's already been said before that they didn't go back to PlayStation 3, 2, and 1. That's confirmed that they will only support PlayStation 4 titles. The other ones you will probably have to pay for in PS Now. So if you want to play some PlayStation 1, 2, or 3, you have to play it on PlayStation Now, specifically. So
or I would say go to GameStop now or your local game retailer and pick up a used system before they become completely off the shelves, obsolete, disappear, or all are dead with the yellow ring of death on PlayStation. So it's the only thing I could suggest to
I think
save it.
I think that's even a better way, actually, to do it that way. Just get the old console, and play all those titles up there. Huh. But also we got the PlayStation Plus titles for next month.
Oh, we
So
do.
first of all, PUBG and Street Fighter 5 are leaving October 5th. So if you don't have the PlayStation Plus titles for PUBG and Street Fighter 5, get them before October 5th because otherwise they're gone forever. But the new titles are going to be Need for Speed Payback and Vampire. Those two titles will be with the new PlayStation Plus for October.
Okay.
I think those titles are both in Game Pass as well. So I'm not entirely sure with Need for Speed Payback, but we do know that EA Vault is coming to Game Pass. The EA Vault, like all those games, right? EA Play in November. So you'll be able to play Need for Speed Payback anyway that way as well. So it's just cool they give it away as well. So yeah, I got some two more titles for PlayStation to add to your collection if you don't have them.
Yeah, that's cool. PlayStation Plus, they're still giving away cool games. I mean, like they're better than Xbox's games with gold at this point. So I'm gonna keep my PlayStation Plus subscription going. I do I do enjoy playing on my PlayStation. I prefer Xbox, but I still love my PlayStation. I got my Marvel's Avengers there, and Flamish wish I got it on Xbox, but he's sad.
Yeah.
He's just not saying it. He's very sad. He's about to cry, guys. So
What? Sorry, I was reading something
see, I
else.
knew it. I knew it, guys. Knew it.
What's happening? What?
You're
Clowns?
sad that I don't have Marvel's Avengers on Xbox.
I'm. I want to play with you, man. You
See?
got it for hey, but you got it for free on PlayStation, so that's good for you as well.
Yeah.
You don't need
Yeah.
to rebuy the game. Like you're basically gonna buy the game again, and you're gonna get less in the game on Xbox anyway, without Spider-Man. So
I don't know, man.
I
I
would
like it
say,
so much that I might actually buy it again on Xbox.
yeah, I'm probably gonna wait anyway till the new console to launch to get the new loading and stuff from the Series X. which are basically a lot of videos came out over the last 2 days about the Series X loading and load times, backwards compatibility, and quick resume features. So not a lot yet about the about the Xbox Series X. We don't got the new games that are coming out, like how they are gonna perform. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We have to wait a little on those, I guess. But yeah, go to YouTube, watch a few of those videos. Very informative. Like Austin Evans has a nice video. You got Digital Foundry, and there are many others that have a Series X. Jeffrey Grubb as well, right? Jeffrey Grubb.
Yep. And
Yeah.
Jez Gordon from Windows Central is going to start writing articles as well on the Series X. He did get a review unit ahead of time, but he's been really busy writing. So really cool to check out those journalists out there that are putting the real work in to tell us what the system is about. It's always exciting to read that.
Yeah. And Ditch video is also someone you have to look for. Is
Does
Marion
he?
said in the comments.
Is that? Does he mean Dutch?
Dutch.
Yeah.
Dutch's video is very helpful. Okay, yeah. So Wondering Dutch, yeah. So Wondering Dutch also on YouTube. You can watch him. He has some very informative stuff about the Series X as well. Yeah, and about the Series X, it's actually the top seller at the moment on Brazil Amazon. So this is great news, I would say, for the Xbox in general. Like having your product as a bestseller on Amazon is amazing to see. Like it's the other way around with PlayStation. Like I think all over the place, because it's been sold more like in Europe at least, it's been sold a lot more. Like I can still get the Series S here in my local store for pre-order if I want to, which is insane. But yeah, I think it's awesome to see this happen. Like I think the marketing campaign has been top notch so far. There's been a few down things like with the pre-orders that the websites crashed and before with the games showcase there wasn't like a little bit of mixed reception sometime with the game showcase in June, and the May showcase wasn't the best, but overall I mean their marketing now is top notch. They're gonna get so much news,
Ev-
we're gonna get so much news to you from this channel about the Series X.
Everybody
And
asks Flamish the question. I have to do something super quick. I'll be back in a second. So, Flamish, the floor is yours. Any question is on the table. Ask him anything that you want to ask
No,
him.
not anything, not anything. Also, I cannot play the piano yet. I'm learning, so you have to excuse me. It's just there for reasons unknown. It's just standing there. So yeah, so Clownz is away for a minute. So you can ask me anything. Okay, yeah. Now we're gonna get the questions. Thanks, Clownz. Damn you. Okay, so tell me. How much do you tip a stripper over there? Well, Drapple, I don't know. I never been to a strip club here in Belgium. Actually, anywhere. Only in GTA, of course. But that's like an entirely different thing, of course. But no, I haven't been to a strip club yet. So no tippers, no tipping. Oh my god. Can you sing Beethoven the Fifth Symphony? No, I cannot sing that. I don't even know what song that is. I think I know it in my head a little bit, but there's like a few Beethoven songs that I've heard before. My all-time favorite Nintendo game. If you wanna be
Okay.
my lover. So back in the day, Pepper. Back in the day, I'm thinking Nintendo game. If I look at what games I played back in the day, I played a lot of Pokemon, of course, when I was young, very young. Why is Burpee Spizo? Oh, someone subscribed and I didn't see it. Damn it.
No, I'm sort of back.
Someone subscribed, Clownz, and I could not see who it was. Oh, he's sort of back. Okay. He has
You
not
wanna be my
have his
lover?
mic up yet. So I would say Pokemon, and except for that, not Zelda, Mario as well. Not those. Yeah, Pokemon probably. Like back in the day, not now. I don't know now exactly. I cannot think of one franchise on Nintendo that I really like so much. The most liked franchise I ever have, and I keep saying it, is Jack and Dexter, but that's just on the PlayStation. Like my all-time favorite franchise ever on every console, every platform is Jack and Dexter. If they make a new one, I will jump out of my chair. Not gonna break it, of course, but yeah, I'll be rejoicing so much.
Jack and Dexter? Yeah, I mean that is a good one. Hopefully they do bring that. Can you hear me now, Flamish?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Dreadpool in the chat cracked me up.
Donkey Kong Country. Donkey Kong Country. Yeah, it's a game I played a lot of as well. But yeah, and I don't have a sugar daddy. Dreadpool.
Did you show
Why
Dreadpool your
try?
candy bowl?
My candy bowl. Oh yeah, I'll bring my candy bowl again. So I basically love candy, as you know. This is my candy bowl. It's gonna be empty in like 2 weeks. I'm actually gonna get a progress every day when we stream. I'll get a progress how empty my candy bowl gets. We'll see when it's empty. There's gonna be a new thing on the channel now, Clowns. An empty the candy bowl progress. Uh, maybe we should make it like a emote or something as well.
A
Candy
candy
bowl.
emote, yeah, for the channel.
Yeah.
So the next thing I want to get into is the medium. I mean, it's like really
Yeah.
one of our last topics, and I'm sorry if you guys hear background noise, but the
One of the
medium,
last.
yeah. So you want to go ahead and tell everybody the exciting news, how much they're gonna have to pay? It's not gonna be 90 euros or 80 euros or 150,000 euros. Can you tell them? You want to tell them the price on this one?
Yeah. So first, the Medium, the game that's gonna release at the day the Xbox Series X S launches, and it's gonna be free in Game Pass, of course. But if you want to pay it for the game, it's gonna be 50 euros or 50 bucks. So it's basically like a AAA game that's gonna cost less than most AAA games out there. I don't consider this an indie title because they got infinite backing money from Microsoft. So it's insane. Like for 50 bucks, you're gonna play a next gen title with all the bells and whistles, with two worlds simultaneously rendered at the same time. So I really am so excited for this game, Clowns. This is one of my most anticipated games of 2020. Just saying.
Yeah, absolutely. This game does look very good, and it's an exciting exclusive game. So I'm happy to play it. I can't wait.
What? Hold on. Dreadpool is spamming me, asking me what's going on, Dreadpool. Yeah, it looks amazing. Bluebird team. I want to see more, man. I want to see more. Also, the last news we have that's really exciting to know. If you have Smash Bros. Ultimate, there's gonna be a new DLC. They're gonna announce a new character tomorrow at 7 a.m. Pacific time. So it's gonna be interesting to see. It's gonna be around a 3-minute long video, and we're gonna have a brief message from director Masahiro Sakurai. Just saying.
I missed that,
Payback?
Flamish. Yeah, I missed. So you said Need for Speed Payback?
No. I don't know what repo means with payback.
Oh, I think because the joke is that you go when you talk to people, you're like, "Hey clowns, hey clowns, hey clown, hey Jay, hey Jay." So I think he did "Hey Flamish" as a joke.
Hey Flamish, hey Flamish, hey Flamish.
What's up,
Also,
Infinite?
let's talk a little bit more about the CD Projekt Crunch and what they're actually doing, because it's actually amazing what they're doing in exchange for having those crunch. So we know in the gaming industry, Clownz, that we have crunch, right? Crunch is something that happens everywhere. It's where the game does basically work longer hours, longer days, and basically like 7 days a week or 6 days a week. I don't know the specifics of entirely of crunch. Do you know a little bit more, Clowns?
Well, crunch is a term in the industry, and it's a term that's thrown around in all kinds of different ways because it can mean uh, something different for each studio. So, for example, crunch for one studio can mean unpaid overtime, long hours, no breaks, away from your family, maybe 12-hour, 16-hour days. Um, in some other studios, crunch could mean that you're working long hours, maybe 12-hour days, but you're still getting paid your overtime. You still get your breaks. So it's when they say crunch at CD Projekt Red, I didn't really read into it yet. I know that Jason Schreier is making some complaints on Twitter saying that CD Projekt Red has had these problems in the past, but I don't know honestly if CD Projekt Red pays the devs for their time when they crunch or if they don't pay them. That's the biggest difference when it comes to crunch is do they get paid or are they not paid? That's where the line is drawn and
Um, It could be that they get paid at the end as a bonus. That's also something that happens that I've read on different studios. Also, it seems they're doing very generous here with the crunch, what they actually gonna get. So basically, they put a little statement down. And who was it again? Adam Badowski, the studio head of CD Projekt Red, actually said these last 6 weeks are a final sprint on the project we all spent much of our lives on, something we care for deeply. The majority of the team understands that push, especially in light of the fact that we sent the game to cert for certification, right? And every day brings us visibly closer to shipping the game we want to be proud of. This is one of the hardest decisions we had to make, but everyone is well compensated for every extra hour they put in. And like in recent years, 10% of the annual profit our company generates in 2020 will be split directly among the team. So that is huge because this game is gonna sell like hotcakes. And you know that, Clowns. So it's gonna be huge payout for every developer, everyone on the team over there. It's gonna be huge payout at the end of the year.
yeah, it sounds like it. Marianne says that in Polish law they get paid, and he believes CD Projekt Red will pay the devs, and that they do take care of them. So that's a good take. It's better to hear from somebody over there instead of Jason Schreier on Twitter who just gets angry over small things.
Yeah, I do want to say there was some bad publicity, like on the website, where people that get fired from jobs in the gaming industry go to put the complaints down. I will say for the public to know. And there were a lot about CD Projekt Red, like Crunch and stuff over there. So maybe it is true that what the rumors were back then. That's like a year ago somewhere. I think Young Ye made a really good video about that that I've seen. But yeah, I mean, if they get well compensated at the end, why not, right? I mean, even if they get like paid for every hour they did. I mean, I would do that. I would work a little bit harder on my boss if I get paid more.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. There's something else I want to bring up. We had a comment that you posted in the documents from somebody named Lourdes. They
Yes.
So you want to cover that? You want to answer that?
Yes, so we actually got our first real comment last week, from last week's Saturday show from Lourdes Gottlieb. And she asked on the next Xbox, in the next podcast, I want you guys to speculate which studios Xbox might buy next and what Phil might be thinking. So, Clownz, you can start on that.
Well, see, I know a lot of people are disagreeing with me here, but I think that I really think that all those things that we see with Sega and Xbox and the tweets between Greenberg and their PR accounts in Japan and Sonic near green milkshakes, I really think there's something going on between Microsoft and Sega. Do I know what it is 100%? No, but here's what I tell you. I wish it is. I wish that Microsoft buys Sega. And I'll tell you why. Because Sega has the Yakuza series. Sega has Atlas, which is huge for JRPGs over in Asia. If Microsoft was able to acquire Sega or have like some really good partnership with Sega, it would sell phenomenal in Asia. People in Asia would love the fact that Atlas JRPGs would come to Xbox. That was one of the biggest complaints of why people loved the PS4, because they had the JRPGs and Xbox did not. So if Xbox could acquire a studio like Sega, we're going to see these JRPGs, we're going to see the Yakuza series, we're going to see more of that kind of stuff coming over to Xbox. Now in America, the Sega franchises and IPs like Sonic, and some older titles would sell phenomenal, as well as re-release games or updated games. So I think it's really a win-win for Microsoft if they do this. It would expand Xbox's footprint into other markets. Even in Europe, JRPGs do pretty well. So it would expand the footprint, and people would start to trust Xbox a little more. You know, people look at Xbox as a Western type of console, right? That the games are just shooters and the games are just like, more violent or different, but if they
Mhm.
grab JRPGs, if they grab Atlas, this is huge. I'm telling you right now, this would be huge. People were over there talking, oh, well, Microsoft should buy Capcom. No, I think Capcom has a burn debt ratio. I don't think Capcom would be the greatest choice. However, with that said, to all you Capcom fans out there, Capcom does have some really good IPs. Yes, they are great with 2D fighting games. So if they did get that, I mean, that's phenomenal too. Konami, I really don't think is worth the purchase at this point in time. I think Konami is on its downhill tumble. They really need something to come back to spice them up. But for me, Sega. And what is Phil thinking? Okay, so what Phil is thinking, he's thinking how to expand the Xbox ecosystem, the footprint into areas where the Xbox has had a bad reputation. Game Pass and Xbox Cloud is one way to do that. Another way is through acquiring studios that have IPs that are trusted in other markets. And that is what Phil's thinking. The other thing that Phil is thinking here is that we're in a new phase of gaming. We're in a new generation headed in a whole different direction, okay? A lot of people are not going to like to hear the truth, but I'm going to give you the truth right now. We are moving to a more digital infrastructure. It's geared towards kids today. Kids today like streaming apps. They like streaming music. They don't like to get up and put discs in or put CDs in or put records on the record player. They don't like to get up. They like to hit a button and go. That's it. They just want to, like my daughter, she wants to listen to iTunes. She hits a button on her thing. Boom, she's listening to iTunes. She doesn't like to get up to put in a cassette tape or a CD. She doesn't like to get up to put a DVD into Xbox to watch a movie. She goes to Netflix, or she goes to Hulu, or she goes to Vudu, the Walmart version. It is what it is. When it comes to gaming in general, same thing. She doesn't like to get up to put a disc in. In fact, she loses where the discs are. I mean, kids today, they just don't remember. Click a button on the dashboard, bam, the game pops up. You want to go to another game? Boom, just move over. You don't even have to get up off your bed, off your chair, off your couch. Whatever you're doing, you could just simultaneously move to the next thing. You want to watch Netflix? Netflix. Then go to a game. Go to a game. That you want to listen to like another streaming thing on Xbox, like a music app? Boom, go to that. That is what Phil is thinking. He's seeing the future of this, right? And he's preparing himself because these game studios, if Xbox and Microsoft does not buy these game studios, Amazon and Google are going to come in and they are going to buy these studios. And if Amazon and Google buys these studios, what happens when Google buys something or creates something? Well, if they don't like it after the first 3 years, usually it becomes scrap metal. They scrap it, they disband it, they tear it apart, they move it along. If Google was to purchase a big company, a gaming company, that is what would happen if it wasn't successful for Google. Whereas with Microsoft and Xbox Game Studios, they would bring that company in, they would appreciate the developers there, the talent there. They would help them move further along. They would finance them, back them up. And if they had to move them internally into different teams, they could do it appropriately without disbanding the whole studio. So I think it's also a preservation aspect for Phil Spencer at this point. He wants to preserve what we now know as the gaming industry. And if Amazon was to acquire some of these, I would hate to think what would happen because Amazon is not the friendliest company out there. They are not the friendliest company to their employees. You hear stories, you hear articles. I read articles, even European articles about the pressure that Amazon puts their employees in. And if they were to acquire some of these great game studios, that would be bad. That would just be terrible. So I think that Microsoft and Xbox is the best place for this. And Sony doesn't have the market cap for it. They got what, 92 million market cap. They can't afford some of these studios, but Microsoft and Xbox Game Studios, bam, they can. Now, I want to add something else to this. Right? There's something else here that I need to add. Satya is also back in 5G. He's putting more money into 5G. He's helping 5G telecommunication companies. He figures that it's a good partnership for Microsoft. He's investing in the infrastructure. Now, why would he do that? Because he believes in the cloud. And what else is in the cloud? They acquired Bethesda, so they got Orion, right? They got Orion from ZeniMax. 5G, cloud, Orion, all together, pilot together, all these digital services, super fast speed. Satya is back in everything that Phil Spencer believes in. And we could thank Phil Spencer for really saving the Xbox brand because that is what he did this generation. Everybody wanted to complain about what Phil was doing. Phil wasn't making exclusives right away. Phil wasn't playing hardball. No, he was preparing. He had a strategy all along, and he needed the support of Satya in the background. He needed that Microsoft support, and he did it the right way. He didn't go out there gung ho, guns blazing, and making jokes like Sony was, and comparing Xbox to PlayStation. He did all this silently. He built up a huge infrastructure going forward, and it is going to pay off next generation. That, my friends, is what Phil Spencer is thinking, and that is what he has done.
Preach, preach, Clownz, preach. Come on. No, yeah. Can I go any better than that? No. My personal dream is just Ubisoft, and that's it. Like, that's not gonna happen, of course. I mean, Ubisoft is too big, but they basically, I think they got a really good relationship with Ubisoft as well in general, Xbox. So, I mean, that would be my pick, but I cannot explain more than that about it. Yeah. Well done.
And
I'm speechless, Clown.
Duke makes some good points in the chat, that Satya at one point saw no point in keeping Xbox. And I agree. I really think that is true. There was rumors at one point that Satya really didn't believe that the Xbox brand was good for Microsoft. And Phil, a gamer at heart, he had a lot of work to do ahead of him. It wasn't an easy job. It's not like, hey, I'm CEO, everybody listen to me. It's like he had to prove himself. And I think he did more than prove himself. I think he put himself at the forefront of the industry. And for oh, we got another bot in the Twitch.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
So anyway, I think what Phil did is he's being a visionary, and I think other companies are going to follow suit. I think that PlayStation is going to see the competition going forward. They're going to, I know they already have a partnership with the Azure cloud, but I think they may even go harder into the Azure cloud because the real competition is Amazon and Google.
Yes, of course. That's been a competition all along. I mean, they know that ZeniMax were gonna be bought anyway, and that's why they probably swooped in and got them in the first place. I mean, they probably did buy it for premium, so you can be sure of that. Also, yeah, I mean, Clowns, how can I say something more than what you said? So we do got a little bit like a few more questions. Uh, let me go back. So Duke was actually asking, do you think there will be a lot more of fights at the PlayStation 5 Series X launch? Clowns, it was silly enough when people fought over toilet paper. We might as well reach a new low if they brought over game consoles. Clowns, you can explain that one, right?
Yeah, well, when I was talking the other night on the regular podcast, the Gaz, he made a joke. He said, "Hey, Clownz got in a fight with a baby, and a baby won." So yes, I do think that there could be potentially fights over this pre-order stuff and in lines when more comes out. It's just that there's some people out there that want to buy excess amounts of units because they want to scalp them on eBay, not because they really want to play them in their house. And that happened to me. We had a lady butt in front of line, and there was a guy in front of her who claimed that the three kids that were with him, one of those kids, which was a 3-month-old baby, was her baby and holding her spot in line. And the GameStop manager did not question it, and it really upset me. So a baby beat me in line. Nothing I could do because the manager allowed it. Um, but I do think that we're gonna see more and more people get hyped and excited and angry when they can't get the console. Do I think it's going to be as bad as toilet paper or like what you see shopping on Black Friday in America? No. I do think though there will be some confrontations where people are going to get mad, people are going to hold spots, and it could lead to arguments. I don't know how far they'll take it. Hopefully they'll realize if they take it too far, they'll end up in jail and not actually get any systems. Instead, they'll be sitting behind some bars, wishing they had a system to play. So I don't know. It's you got to think about these things beforehand when you go in the line and be prepared and have a defense plan ready to go. And if you get too heated, the best thing to do is just walk away because at the end of the day, it's not worth going to jail and not getting the console. You'd rather have the console than go to jail.
Yes, of course. I mean, and yeah, when you told me about what happened, um, yeah, it's sad that stuff like that happens. I mean, it's a piece of plastic. Come on. But yeah, sometimes people get too much heated over all that. Do you guys have any more questions in the chat, or otherwise, I think it's the end of the stream. So we will be back tomorrow. I don't know if we're gonna bring the news clowns because there's not so much to tell anymore at the moment. So I'm probably gonna stream a game again on the channel. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna probably be the same time as always. What's the time again?
Usually
Nine.
do it. Usually
Two
do it at,
thirty.
yeah. Usually do it at 2:30 when you stream a game.
Yeah, so it's gonna be 2:30 p.m. EST. I'm gonna stream some game. Don't know what game. Probably more Hades. No, I'll probably think of something by tomorrow when I'm going to stream. We'll see. Uh, People will look for every way to game the system. I've seen people set their chairs down and claim that the chair occupied their spot in line. If you're not online, you're not online. Yeah, of course. You're not online. You're not online. That's what it comes to. I mean, there's one guy that basically went to the store and everybody was sitting in their car because it was cold, and that guy was fuck this, and he was going in front of the store and was the first one. So all those people that were still in the car didn't were in line. So and then there was a second guy that came in his big truck and he went in line as well, and he was second. And they were like, "Fuck this! I mean, they're not in the line, so it doesn't matter." Play
Yeah.
Barbie, Flamish, like Rand. Barbie?
Oh, Barbie's Horse Ranch. I think that's what it was. He got achievements in that game.
Okay, but I need to have the game on Steam. So actually, if you go to Steam ID online and you go to Flamish, you can actually see my profile over there and look at all the games I have. And then you can basically tell me what game you want me to stream, and you can put that in the comments of today's video.
What
I will look at it tomorrow and maybe see what someone wants to stream.
what the
What I
Belgium
want.
sensation is really trying to say is, please, please send him Barbie Racer, Barbie Horse Ranch so he can play it. It's his dream. It's his dream.
No, it's my dream. No, we'll see tomorrow when I'm gonna stream. Tomorrow is gonna be a glorious day. So
Well, Flamish, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you when you're not being the Belgium sensation across the nation and doing your tours on your keyboard back there?
wait, am I only the Belgian sensation on your channel? What's this? No, I'm always the Belgian sensation across the nation, of course. You can find me at my own YouTube channel called Flamish. So if you go to Flamish on YouTube, you will find me. I had some beautiful interaction with on the Flamish experience this Sunday. I got and actually this Sunday is gonna be special because Italian Clownz is gonna be on the channel on the Flemish experience. He begged me to be on there for so long. He's been bothering me for weeks. Like Flemish.
Uh, Determined Hero says in the chat, if you play the Barbie games, please have a lollipop in your mouth.
I do need to buy more
You wanna
lollipops.
be
My
my
lollipops are
lover?
empty. They're gone. I need more. I think yeah, I need more lollipops. They're not here anymore. But I do have my bowl
You
of
wanna be
candy,
my lover?
so that's gonna be great as well.
That is awesome. That is awesome, Hero, that you said that. It cracks me up.
You wanna
Well, tonight I'm gonna be on Game Beyond the Box. Those are my other brothers over there. They're all cool people. Gonna be hanging out with Wilmy Hood and the crew. We're gonna be talking to Randall Thor and Fuzzy Belvedere. So check that out. Game Beyond the Box, GBTB Nation on Twitter. Um, you can find me at Italian Clowns and almost everything, pretty much out there. 4GWQ Podcast is the Twitter handle for the show. I do the 4GQ TV news with this guy down here. I'm still trying to get my finger to like poke his square. I'm gonna have to get like a GIF or something to do that with him. And then I do 4GWQ podcast on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Usually have two guests, and it's the panels VJ, Viewpoint Gaming, and Midway Monster. And I'll have to get Flamish on that show one day so he can do his real rendition of Spice Girls live on the air.
Yeah. Also, you got something exciting to announce, right, Klaus? Or
Uh,
not? Are you
fr-
ready to announce?
yeah, I mean, I'm ready to announce it if you are, as long as you're confident to announce it. Are you ready to announce it? Because it's
Monday?
gonna be
Tuesday?
gonna be on your channel.
On my channel?
Wait,
What?
Wait, are we? We're thinking of
No.
something different. We're thinking of something different, Flamish.
Yeah, you think of something different. The thing
I,
you mailed for, you know? Are you ready
I,
to announce it?
Go ahead and
No?
announce it because I have no clue what you're talking about, so I can figure out what you're
No, I
saying.
don't want to announce it if you're not gonna announce it.
No, just announce it.
No, I'm not gonna announce it if you don't.
I
It's
don't
your.
think Flamish knows what he's talking about, people, because I have no
Hold on,
clue.
hold on. Let me DM him real quick. Go to Twitter. God damn it.
Flamish's love dial? That's a good question. Dazarus, is Flamish really a woman? I don't know. I hope not.
Go to Twitter. Check.
I'm going to Twitter. I'm seeing what he's talking about. Let's see. Oh yes, that is
Ah,
that is pretty big news, guys. So I did forget to tell you this, but I've secured an interview with AJ from Delilah Studios, he's the studio head of Battletoads, where it came from. So
yes.
I will be interviewing him. We're probably gonna do it pre-recorded, and then I'll upload it later to the channel and the podcast feeds as well. Um, Hopefully Flamish can
Yeah.
get off from work to be on that with me. If he can't, um, it's possible that somebody else may join me for the interview. So Flamish, tell your work that just throw your bowl of candy at them and they'll understand.
Hey, I called them today. I asked them immediately if I can get off work like early that day because it's gonna be like in the afternoon that we're gonna talk to um the interview with the interview. So got the name immediately. Wow, stupid. Um it's me, of course. I forget stuff. But no, I called them. We'll see. I'll maybe not be in the video, sadly, but I can talk about it afterwards. Or you can ask him if I can send a few questions over at the end. So
Yeah, I
probably.
mean, you could probably do that. So if anybody in the chat has questions, send it to the 4GWQ podcast Twitter account. You can send it in the DMs. The DMs should be open. And I'll be sure to ask them any questions from the chat as well.
Or in the comments below. Don't forget the comments below are also answers. I actually answered all the comments from last video, so I'll always answer every comment you have. Now don't spam comments because that's not nice, of course. But
But I
otherwise,
when Flamish says he answers every comment, he's not kidding. We had like 20 comments, and then next thing I know, I look, we have 40 comments, and it's the other 20 responses that Flamish gave to the 20 comments. So he really does respond to people. That's not a lie. He really does. You can
yeah.
leave anything and he'll respond.
Yeah, not anything, man. I still want a bit of decency, you know. But yeah, I'll respond if you're a nice guy. Don't be like Das.
Don't be like this.
With this trolling all the time in the comments here in the chat. Love it, but don't be like Das, guys. Sorry, Das.
All right,
I
everyone.
had
Well,
to.
we'll let y'all get out of
So.
here. Thank you for hanging out with us. We always appreciate it. It means a lot to us that you guys come out and watch the show. So it really means a lot. Well, Hero, you can always whisper it in the Twitch DM, I think, because I think I could see those, so I can ask those questions
Yeah,
too.
if you wanna message it on Twitter, you can always do that as well. On Twitch, you can DM us over there. I'll be on there tomorrow as well, so I'll be streaming some game at 2:30 p.m. EST. So not sure what game yet, but we'll let you know for sure. So guys,
No fun. You missed the beginning. We've been running live an hour and 13 minutes, so you did miss some. Oh, Hero, don't be sad that we're leaving. Add Daz on your friends list on Twitter, and he'll keep you busy. He likes
oh yeah.
Yoo-Hoo. Just talk about Yoo-Hoo, and you'll have a conversation going for weeks. Trust me.
Talk about you. Okay. No, guys. We'll see you all. I will see you tomorrow and Clownz. Probably Saturday. Am I right
Yeah,
for the
probably.
next show? And then next to DS, we'll probably stream something. Maybe we'll play some game together one time.
Yeah, like Fall Guys, because I'm good at that game.
Oh no, not Fall Guys. Oh, you're gonna regret that. Trust me. I'll
No.
see you guys later.
All right, later,
Bye.
guys. Thank you.